All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we got it, man. We got it. New uniform just released for the boy, Miles Morales. So we about to flex with him, test him out a little bit in some War Boss Ultimate action. See how he rocks compared to the last uniform that he had. Now, let me say this, man. In terms of survivability, in terms of ease of use, I think this one is better, right? But I do think you're gonna notice a significant drop off in terms of damage output against the villain bosses because he's losing his tier 2 passive that gave him a massive DPS bump against super villains. And on top of that, on top of that, you can no longer use him with Nick Fury. So that's gonna hurt his where's my proc? There we go. That's gonna hurt his damage a little bit. Actually, it might hurt it a lot, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna have to do like a side-by-side comparison between the Into the Spider-Verse uniform and this one at some point in the future, but this one is way easier to play. All you have to do is 3 cancel 5-4, 3 cancel 5-4. And as long as you hit your proc on your fifth skill, you'll get some decent damage. I wish he had hold up. I wish he had gotten I wish he had gotten Kamala Khan's debuff removal on his 4-star passive as well. The heal is very, very good. It's very, very nice. But sometimes you get hit with a debuff like a bleed or something, and he heals up, but the debuff is still ticking away. The bleed is still ticking, so he's still losing a significant amount of HP. So you get the heal, but then you go right back down to before you even got the heal. The cooldown time is pretty short on the passive, so you can heal multiple times in like a matter of a few seconds, but it is kind of a bummer. Oh, let's do that. Force him down into his next phase. There we go. I do love his animations though, and I do love, let's do that so he doesn't get guard broken. I do love that he is super easy to play. So even if you're a casual player, you'll be able to play him easily with any kind of a build. So we'll go, let's go 3, 5. Very, very nice damage on the 5th skill. Safe to say that the 5th is where you want to proc pretty much all the time. Oof, got pulled out of his 5th skill there. 4th skill has decent damage, but I do feel like the 5th skill is where it's at. Okay, so what's going on? He's trying to summon the fire waves. I think we should be fine where the placement of the iframe is. Yep. I guess that could be a bad thing, because he doesn't move around very much. Like, you'll see him flying around, but in terms of where he actually is, you're still able to like take a lot of damage from stuff like the toxic meteor. Because if you notice where the red X is on the map, that's where his body will always land. So technically, even though he's flying 50 different places across the map, if the toxic meteor is right underneath his red X, it's slowly gonna chip away at his HP. And that's part of the reason why it would have been really, really, really nice if he had debuff removal on top of the HP regen that he has from the new passive that they gave him. So Kamala Khan definitely has a better passive than he does. And I feel like overall, if I was going to compare these two uniforms, Kamala Khan might actually end up being better than Miles Morales, because you can use Kamala Khan with Nick Fury and Coulson and all those other characters. We need more. I've said this previously, but I'm going to say it again. We need more characters, or more leadership / support characters, to keep up with where heroes are at in terms of villains. Like, we have Nick Fury, who offers a 50% attack lead plus his passive, and he has a skill that he can pass on a further buff to characters. We need a villain that does something similar to that. So that's why in the villain aspect, he's going to be lacking. So right over here, we're going to actually get to take full advantage of his new passive, which we'll take a look at in a sec. I want to give you guys the gameplay first, for those of you guys who just want to see how smooth and fluid he is, because he is very, very easy to play now. And I think even against a boss like Pietro, which you guys know I like to test out characters in terms of their survivability against Quicksilver, because if there's gaps in your iframes or gaps in your rotation, he will find it and he will interrupt your skill and just basically guard break you until you die. And I'm not saying it can't happen with Miles, but as you saw with the run there against Corvus, he basically was able to chain his skills together really nicely and keep him in check. Now over here, what we're actually going to do is not use, obviously these guys, is actually use Scarlet Spider. So it looks like they were planning ahead of time, because Scarlet Spider is going to offer, let me show you guys. Scarlet Spider is going to offer his passive. Let me just go down here before I forget. He's going to offer his tier 2 passive to anyone that has the Spider Sense tag, and Miles Morales does get to keep the Spider Sense tag even though he has the Symbiote tag. Now, he unfortunately lost the leadership tag that he had with his previous uniform. So let me show you guys really quickly here. So in addition to his ability to work with somebody like Nick Fury, because he's a hero, he also lost his ability to work with, unfortunately, White Fox. So that's more damage he's losing there. So unfortunate for him, but he did get a good upgrade in terms of how easy it is to play, how smooth the rotation is. I'll show you guys the full build breakdown in a second, but it's not anything super expensive. It's not anything that you can't actually attain, right? And he's only at level 68 because I already built up him from when he got into the Spider-Verse uniform, because I just really like Miles Morales. So over here, we'll run with these strikers. One thing you need to keep in mind, and whenever you're using Venom as a striker with this new uniform, is he has defense down. So it might, I thought my proc activated early there, it didn't, so that's good. I think we can go higher. Look at this. We're chaining our skills so nicely. Like the third skill is the only gap, because the third skill is not an iframe. The third skill is the only gap. I wonder if we could just do the whole thing without even using the third skill. Like the buff on the third is nice, so you want to use it. Yo, his tracking is actually really good. Like, did you see that? Like sometimes you have characters that use a skill, and even when the enemy runs away, they'll just be like brain dead idiots just attacking a section of the map and not even trying to find where the enemy is actually now placed. But with his fifth skill, he actually, he literally repositions himself, which is really good. Okay, so yeah, bro, I love his fifth skill. His fifth skill reminds me of Hobo Spider-Man, like the old homemade suit from Spider-Man. That's what it reminds me of. This whole Eye of the Abyss thing is annoying though. Interestingly, even when I'm not in an iframe, okay, this Eye of the Abyss is annoying. Okay, so I'm gonna move up a little bit because he definitely has the damage to do this, but the Eye of the Abyss is actually pretty annoying. What's the highest I have? 50, 56? Okay, we have the Eye of the Abyss here. That's annoying. I just want to actually have some fun with him without worrying about the bloody Eye of the Abyss. We'll do that another time. All right, let's see how well we can do here. Let's go 3. Let's go 5. Let's go 4. And keep in mind the strikers that I have for him right now isn't the best. Just trying to see what his damage looks like. You can always change up the strikers to give yourself more damage. All right, so what we're gonna do here is just try and track him with a 4. Just blitz him, get him out of that shield, stun him, 3-5 with the proc. Ooh, he sidestepped me, you son of a. Okay. Oof, wow. Yo, he dies so fast. Okay, pause. Like 2 hits and he melted. Jeez. All right, so we're gonna legitimately have to build up this guy and get him a lot of dodge, because 2 hits, he got literally 2 tapped by Pietro. Now that's a high stage, and the bummer about like those stages is you don't have anybody to negate damage, right? You don't have, like I said, Coulson. They don't offer nothing there. Coulson, Valkyrie, Shuri. So the damage reduction not being there kind of sucks because he got two-shotted. That's a real bummer. But I don't think there's nothing in this kit here besides giving him some more dodge and some HP that I can do. This is what the build looks like. Obviously, I need to give him some more physical attack, rules, and whatever. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick first impression. The uniform does do a lot for him, even at normal. So if you wanted to pick it up, I would say wait until Black Friday, which is going to be in like 3 weeks, and pick it up then. It's going to be at a greater discount. Right now it's $10.50. I believe it goes down to $8.75 or something like that on Black Friday. So you get to save like 200 crystals around that. So definitely, if you want to, you can pick it up. If you want to, you can pick it up on Black Friday. I'm not telling you that you absolutely have to, because at the end of the day, most of you guys are probably not going to use Miles Morales outside of Shadowland because you have better characters that you can use for World Boss. So there's that. And he doesn't have an Awakening or a tier 3 yet. So you're definitely going to have better options for Null and all that content. So really good upgrade for him. Smooth to play, fun to play, strong. But you just saw he got two-shotted by Pietro. That's kind of sad. But it is what it is. Right, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. I will be building him up a bit more, and I will be trying him out a little bit more to see what else I can do with him. For those of you guys who are waiting for a video on Venom, I am thinking about whether or not I should wait and see if Carnage, like I said, Carnage's tier 3 is good. Because Carnage is a combat character. If I use up my combat books now, and in a week from now, Carnage gets tier 3, I'm not going to be in a position where I can actually tier 3 this guy. So that's why I'm kind of holding off on Venom, because Venom's uniform didn't do as much as I was hoping for the character. So I feel like the tier 3 is still going to be a little underwhelming for me. So I'm waiting to see how much they invest into making Carnage a really, really good character. So yeah, I'm waiting on that. Gwendo, I will be awakening, so look out for that. All right, catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think of Miles Morales in this new, disgustingly beautiful uniform. I'm gone. Peace.